Everybody, listen, I got a question for you. I'm on 127th Street, 8th Avenue, by the St. Nicholas Housing Project, where I used to live. PS 154, school I used to attend. It's funny they call these the St. Nicholas houses. They don't call them projects anymore. It's called houses. You ever notice like most projects are named after former slave owners? Like the Grand Housing Projects, they call it, or the Lincoln Projects, or the George Washington Projects. Most of the housing projects are named after former slave owners. And like I told you before, when a black man was in the house, he didn't, back during slavery, a black man wasn't really considered a man. He was called boy. He was called the boy. And he had no responsibilities but to take care of what the master wanted. He had no responsibilities but to fulfill the master's agenda. He wasn't a man of the house. He wasn't a man of the house. That's because the master was the man of the house. Pretty much what goes on today. Like I said before, the government gives the woman food, clothing, and shelter. Gives her food, clothing, and shelter. So if the government is giving her food, clothing, and shelter, what does she need a man for? She only needs a man for an occasional dick. See that? Fuck the lady, get her pregnant, and the government takes care of her. The Lincoln Housing Projects, or the George Washington Housing Projects, or the Grant Housing Projects. The government is the black woman's man. And I remember back in the days, they wouldn't let families come in. I don't know how they do it now. Like when the man came by, the social worker came by the house, the man had to leave. I don't know how it is now. But I was saying like, when you see somebody with a cross around their neck, to me, like I was saying, say if I was out in the street doing dirt, right? Doing dirt, messing over people, fucking over people, and doing shit that I ain't have nothing doing, right? Just robbing, stealing, doing harm. And like the people I did harm to was coming to kill me. And they pulled out a gun and it was about to shoot me. But right before they shot me, my father or my uncle or my brother jumped in front of the bullet and saved my life, and they died. So does that mean that I should walk around with a cross on my neck? I mean, I should walk around with a gun on my neck because one of my family members died for my sins? Get what I'm saying? So when people die, instead of putting a cross on their tombstone, why people don't put a gun or a knife on their tombstone? Why do they put a cross on the tombstone? And my point that I'm getting at is like a cross is not a symbol of life. It's a symbol of death. Pretty much when you see a person with a cross around their neck, you're looking at a dead person. Look at them. And I'm not making fun of them. But they usually like overweight, obese, can't breathe, waiting for Jesus to come save them. So really a cross is not a symbol of life. It's a symbol of death. They're mentally dead, like zombies. Like I was saying before, most of the people in the world is not as sharp as you think they are mentally. And I'm not making fun of them because ignorance can be cured. There's a cure for ignorance, but when a person is dumb, they can't be cured. And a lot of people, we do shit just because we see somebody else do it. Like whenever you see a baby on the bus or a train and the baby's staring at a stranger, he's absorbing all that and he's processing it and putting it in his computer and learning how to make his way through society. That's what a baby's doing. And the mother always gets mad at the child and says, stop staring at so-and-so. The baby don't know no better. The baby's trying to see what everybody else is doing. He's trying to find his way through society. He's trying to